Hi, everyone, and welcome to For the Love of the Map. I'm your host, Julia, aka Sweet Tea.
I'm your host, Marla, and together we are your nonstop connection to everything supernatural.
With 2.5 years of experience and over 8,000 combined workout sessions, we test it all so you can get right to the fun. Welcome to episode 23. Marla and I are starting a new series, and we are excited to highlight some of the community member athletes. And today we have Kim Wertenberger with us. Hi, Kim. We're so excited that you're here.
Hi. I'm so excited to be here.
Or as I like to call her, Apple Kim, beautiful hair Kim, queen of consistency and hearts Kim.
Oh, thank you.
Cheerleader Kim.
Yes, for sure. Cheerleader all the way.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah. I'm honored to be here. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we're so glad you're here.
Yeah.
So I don't forget, because, we don't want to forget to ask this question. Sometimes we get into it and it gets almost forgotten, but we have to know this. What is your favorite food?
Marla looks surprised. Like this question?
I know. It's not surprise. It's more like I'm waiting and being anticipatory. Like, why is it Mexican food? And say it's Mexican food. But also, please don't say it's Mexican food and let it be something new.
Okay. So I have watched your podcasts, and so I know that you have this question. And I have a hard time picking favorites, but I thought about this. And I first one that popped in my mind, and I have two, but the very first one is something that my grandmother used to make. We call them pop-ups, but if you look up recipes online, a lot of people call them pop-overs. Okay. And it's just something that I grew up with. It's something that she used to call us around the oven because they pop up, right? And she'd say, come look, because when you take them out of the oven, they kind of fall. Mm-hmm. And it's something that is a family thing that we love. The other thing I thought of, my husband, that's another family thing. His mother used to make crepes for their family. They're kind of sweet ones. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so our kids have always called them daddy pancakes.
Oh,
pancakes.
Right? Love that.
Cool Whip, fresh strawberries. So, and I love that our middle son messaged me one day. He's wearing his dad's sweatshirt and he's making pop-ups. He was making crepes. He was making daddy's pancakes with dad's sweatshirt on, and it was just, it's so heartwarming. So yeah. But I love those.
So do you put like syrup on the pop-ups?
On a pop-up? No. So I only eat mine with just butter.
Okay.
But my husband, who came, he wasn't a part of it. It wasn't a part of his life growing up. He puts jelly on his, and I'm like, no.
Jelly.
So they're more of a sweet dish versus like a savory, or could they be either?
No, I guess if you add the jelly to them, that does make them sweet, but they really
they
are.
Go either way.
Egg, milk, flour. They're more savory. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think most cultures have this recipe, and in Scotland they're called Yorkshire puddings, and we eat them with gravy. So they were definitely a savory. It's like with a roast dinner, roast beef, vegetables, Yorkshire puddings, roasted potatoes. That is a classic comfort meal in our house.
Yes.
I grew up eating that meal. And so I can kind of relate to your pop-ups because I was thinking, oh man, that is comfort food. So it's interesting to hear that your husband eats it with jelly. I like that.
And no pun intended, if you're watching on YouTube, I will pop up a picture of the pop-ups on the screen, just in case you don't know what they were, because I have no clue. So I'm excited to see what these things are. My kids love Dutch babies. We call them Dutch babies or puffy pancakes. I make them in a big, huge cast iron.
Yes.
And my kids love them. They devour them like as soon as I pull them out of the oven, but they put like syrup and powdered sugar and fruit or whatever on them. So Yeah, they're a sweet thing
I
here.
think they're very similar. I don't know for sure by looking at them, because Chris's grandmother used to make Dutch babies. And by looking at them, I believe that they're very similar. But
okay.
Yeah. So that's what I would say.
So when we do have a meetup one day, supernatural meetup, we've got to have like a potluck of everyone's favorite foods. Bring their favorite dishes so we can try them all, you know?
Right.
That would be so fun. That would be really fun. I like that idea a lot.
Yeah. So we'll save that, put that on the back burner.
That's
Right.
right.
So I know we all are interested. Everyone's going to want to know, how did you get started in Supernatural, with the quest, with this whole journey you've been on? Because you're almost coming up on your 2.5-year anniversary, if I'm correct, November of 2021.
Right.
So you'll be 3 years, November of 2021. So you're almost there, almost at 3 years.
Yeah.
How did it all start?
Yeah, I want to say like my whole fitness started about February of 2020, just as COVID was starting to hit. We're in Washington State, right? So it hit Washington State first. I was at my highest weight and I knew I had to do something. So COVID shut us down. We came home. We started working from our kitchen, and I started exercising, walking. We live in beautiful apple orchards, and so I walked through the orchard, and I loved that. But it gets hot where we live. So then I transitioned to an exercise bike, and we bought a row machine. So I was doing an exercise bike and a row machine, and I was in a very consistent working out, but kind of bored with it. So one day, my youngest son had bought an Oculus. He'd saved birthday money, birthday Amazon, from grandma and grandpa. And he said, I want to do this. And we're like, it's your money, go for it. And so he bought an Oculus. I tried Beat Saber, loved it, bought it because it wasn't free at that time. And I played it a little bit, but nothing too consistent. So I was a little bit bored with the riding the exercise bike and the rowing. And I put on his Oculus and I searched up fitness apps. And Supernatural was the first one that popped up. They had the free 7 or 14-day trials, and I clicked on the free trial. I started with the 14-day because I'm like, I've been consistent. I feel like I can remain consistent with a workout every day. And as soon as it popped onto the screen, as soon as that Supernatural, and I looked around, I was like, yeah. I hope they never change that. I hope they never change it. I look forward to it every time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I'm going to like this. I'm going to like this. And it didn't take me any time at all. I don't think I made it all the way through my free trial before I paid and I didn't care how much it cost. I was like, I am doing this. And I did. I never looked back.
I love that. Our stories are very similar.
Yeah.
Our kids had it. Now, my question is, did you give your kid back? I mean, what do you do now? Did he get his own again? Did you have to buy another one, or what happened here?
So I commandeered his. I sweat all over his.
Yeah.
And then for Christmas, we got another one. My husband had him wrap it like he was going to give it to me.
Aww.
And then I know, well, I'm not going to give him back his sweaty one,
Yeah.
So I kept his. And then we gave him the new one.
No,
so he wrapped his own Christmas present.
That is so funny.
And he was so sweet. He was all about it. He was fine with it. Yeah.
Our stories are so similar, though, and I love that because mine was, and then Marla told basically the same story. Your story is very similar, Beat Saber, and then into finding the amazing Supernatural, and the same, like clicking on it, playing that first workout, and just being awestruck by everything that it put you through. when you started. So, I have one of my favorite stories that I want to tell about you, Kim. We used to work out a lot together, and in 2022, and I was about to cross my 1 million points, and I was having a party. You were there. You realized that you were going to maybe not be able to stay for the actual crossing. But you went in, you took a shower. You're like, I'm going to come back. Let me go get a shower. I'm going to come back. I'm not going to be working out with you. But you came in and you sat on your mat after you shower and waited and was late for work so that you could be there for my crossing. And that was very special for me, for you to do that. And that's why I call you cheerleader Kim. And I love how supportive you are of other community members. But that kind of puts my question to you as, how did you find your tribe and the process of finding the people that you've connected with on your supernatural journey so far?
First, thank you for that memory. I remember that. I was like, wait, how much time? How long is it going to be before you cross? Can I get my shower in really quick? And then I told my boss I was going to be late. So anyhow,
how mad was your boss? I mean,
well, there are benefits to sleeping with him. So don't you worry. I know I have to put this in. My boss is my husband of 30 years. So he was fine with it. I'm like, I can't leave her. She's so close. I'm just going to be a little bit late. And he's absolutely fine with it. He's so supportive of me and my journey. Finding my tribe. I started, communicating with the people in the community, I guess, responding to their posts and I think that's what really started it all. When I think one of my first team challenges, I joined a SNCE challenge and I realized what it was like to be on a team. When Euclid posted, I've told people before I was friends with Tommy. I wasn't about the original format of Euclid, the one-on-one. It didn't appeal to me at all. When they posted that they were going to do a team challenge, I'm like, I'd done the SNCE. I loved the team aspect. I'm there. And that's what started it all, just being with different people on different teams and meeting more and more people. And I always seem to find at least one or two people that I just really click with, those people that live in my headset,
Yes.
But so that's really, I think, where it started.
So was it hard for you to find the community though? Was that something easy for you?
No, I looked back. I started in the community right away. So it's been, so long. I can't remember whether, because the coaches would often say, post this on Facebook. So I don't know whether that was where I found it or how exactly I found it. Maybe just because I am a Facebook fanatic. I don't know, but yeah.
Yeah, I think for a lot of us, we either find the Facebook community right away. Like we get into the headset, it goes, whoa, you're in Supernatural. And then you're like, I did this amazing thing. I got to talk about it with people. So you automatically just go searching for it. Or there's people I've met who were in Supernatural like a year or so and then look for the community. And that always blows my mind. I'm like, how did you not search before today?
Right.
Welcome. Come sit with us, hang out. Let's talk all supernatural things.
But then on the flip side, sometimes there's people who kind of stalk the community and just kind of hang out there and read and look around. And then there's people who post right away like, hey, I found this place. This is who I am. This is my story. This is why I'm here. What kind of person were you, Kim? Did you get in and share right away, or did it take you a little bit?
Okay, so I scrolled and scrolled. I tried it a second time. I scrolled and it like kicked me out before I got all the way to the beginning. So and that's nothing new. On my personal Facebook page too, I have said it for a long time. I'm an oversharer. So it was a fun trip down memory lane, though, going back and seeing all of these posts. I'm like, wow. And all the achievements, you know. And I don't ever look at it. I know some people are like, oh, I don't want to sound like I'm bragging. And I don't ever look at it that way. I've had so many people reach out to me and talk about being an inspiration to them. You never know what somebody needs to hear, and if what you're saying is exactly what they need. And I've had people reach out to me and say that it was. So I'm going to keep sharing.
And I love your post because you celebrate big. I mean,
thank you.
Balloons. Kim's got balloons. Yeah.
That was my husband. That was a surprise.
Awesome.
I did not know that. Yeah, he snuck them in when I was crossing my million. I was in the head, and he kept asking me, well, when are you going to hit that goal? What are you doing? And I'm like, I mean, you know, it's going to be around this time. Yeah. Because he had to go get all those balloons blown up. And so I was in the headset and I heard him coming in. But I didn't know what he was doing. He had a friend helping him, and I'm like, I've just got a sports bra on. What are you doing? You know?
Get out of here.
You have company?
You're like, what? Well, I thought you were
Let me put a shirt on.
Yeah,
take my picture.
But that's so sweet that you have that support from him, though, because not everybody has, you know, the support of the people in your house. You already have to have an ocularium, you know, a space to actually work out in, that you can be like, get out of my space. You know, this whole room needs to be mine for this, or do I need to put in my earbuds or my headphones, you know? So to have that support is huge, because not everyone has that. So I think that's really awesome that he supports you in that way, especially for your big milestones that you have. So.
Yeah, that was good.
Do you talk to your husband about your friends that live in the headset, like just casually? Like, does he know who, you know, I know you're on a team, on a Smack team. Does he know who random people are just because you mention them? Like for me, Chris knows who the majority of everyone is because I tell him stories, or I'll be voice texting someone, or I'll be playing a voice message from someone, and he's like, what's Banana doing today? You know, why is she bothering? Is she annoying you today? Haha, good. I hope she is, you know? So I wonder, you know, since he's so supportive, I imagine he knows some of the goings on of your friends in the headset, you know?
Right. He does. Yeah, he does. You can't help it. You can't help it. I mean, it's nice to have those friends because he doesn't supernatural. I've tried. He's not interested. Nope. So it's nice to be able to have the supernatural friends to talk supernatural stuff, but I can't help it. I mean, and the supernatural friends that I have, it doesn't all stay supernatural, right? We talk about our lives, and so definitely. I'm like, you know, the one.
You form deep connections with people here.
Absolutely,
so,
absolutely.
It's really cool.
There's something so therapeutic. While you're exercising and you're sweating and you're pushing your heart rate up and you're listening to this music and these coaches and you're doing these movements, there's something so therapeutic that happens. And this way of opening your heart up to other people, I'm speaking for myself, but I, you know, the relationships and friends that I have, I notice the same things with them too. And then suddenly you go from chatting favorite workouts to, you know, today was a hard day. It was a test day. I didn't want to work out. I didn't want to do this. All these personal things are happening in my life. And suddenly you know more about the friends in your headset than you do, you know, some of your close friends in your life.
Sure.
And people become family, you know. It goes from, we have this shared love of supernatural to, wow, we have all these different interests, but we come together and we just get so much strength from each other. And I just, supernatural community is so different from anywhere else that I've been a part of. How lucky are we to have this outlet for mental health, physical health, for developing friendships, inspiring one another. which reminds me of so many posts I have seen of yours in the community. I know you said you were scrolling backwards. Scrolling backwards, looking.
Yeah.
Well, I did the same, looking at
I
your
did
old
too.
posts.
Yeah.
And I did make it back to your very first post.
Oh, you did.
And I will say it wasn't because I died scrolling my finger or anything. It's because there is a filter option that you can filter by year. And so I filtered by year and went. And I just started kind of noticing from your first post onward, how many of our friends currently, which probably were not your friends yet, were already engaging in your posts from the very start. And I found that so heartwarming, and so many people who have probably been following your journey that I'm not even aware of. I'm just looking at the friends I know that we have in common, and it really touched my heart, because I thought, each one of these people, Kim, has affected their life in some way.
That's right.
And I'm so glad that you get to be our first community member on the show. Seriously, so happy that it's you.
Oh, thank you. I have said many times that the connections that I've made has been the icing on the cake. I mean, it really, really has. And the coaches have said this too, what they get from us. And then when I get that from somebody else, I'm like, oh my gosh, now I see what they're saying. When somebody says, you've touched me, you've said something, you've done something, I really resonated with this post or something. It's just like, oh, okay, I get it. I get it. Yeah.
Well, this is interesting because you mentioned the coaches and how they react when people are reaching out to them. One of my absolute favorite things that you do is you have like a special day of the week where you post coaches' quotes.
Yeah.
And how do you decide what quote you're going to post today? Is it like something you heard that day? Do you prepare for it? How does it go?
Yeah, no. So I have a ton of them saved.
Okay.
I've been saving them for forever. I don't know. Like they'll say something and I'll pause, get my phone out and type it into my phone.
During a workout. Okay.
Yeah, during a workout, I stop it.
I
Type it into my phone right away, type the coach. And so then I've got them all in my Canva program, and I've got each coach, and I've got all these things. And so then I just look at it, every week. I just pick something that maybe speaks to me, or I know somebody's going through something. I try to pull something out and try to create something and I love it. So I hope other people love it. Other people have told me they do. And so, and who doesn't love a great coach quote? And there's so many of them.
So many.
There's so many. So that's the only downfall of working out with friends is you can't necessarily listen to the coaches and hear all of their quotes. But
that is true.
But I have a lot saved.
Marla's loving to hear that you have the coaches on and you're listening to them. I'm also a coach listener. We don't like to turn them off. Now in a party I will, but I love that you stop, that you're actually listening, and that you stop. And that you write it, because I have ones, and sometimes I will repeat them even in a party when we're working out together. I know, Marla, you've heard me do it, but I don't retain. It's like it won't stick with me. And so stopping to actually write that stuff down when you're alone and you're not like, everyone pause, because everybody can't pause. I just love that you do that. I love that. And I know that some of us, sometimes we have a difficult time, when you have a bad day or, things just aren't going well and you're not feeling your best. What keeps you, Kim, coming back to work out in the headset every day?
I think for me, remaining consistent. I mean, I love it. It's fun for me, and I love the music. I love the movement. But I love consistency, and I love waking up and starting my day. I mean, this is how I start every day. If I sit down, sometimes on the weekends, I might sit down on the couch before I get in the headset, And it's so much harder than when I hit the ground running. I get up, I get my workout clothes on, I get in the headset, and I do my sessions, and then I go and I have a desk job, so I sit for 8 hours.
Yeah.
But it wakes me up, it gets me moving, and I like those check marks. On my days, I like to be consistent, and that helps me, I think, in getting
the
in
consistency
every day.
is so much a motivational factor for you. The check marks, the routine,
doing it the same time every day. Yeah, I love the routine.
So before Supernatural, did you have this desire to have the consistency? Because I know you said you needed, you were more unhealthy and you felt like you needed to go on a journey to be healthier.
Right.
Have you always, needed this consistent, or did Supernatural kind of bring this to you?
It was at COVID when I started working out every day. And really the catalyst behind that is I got up and I went into my office, which was at our kitchen counter. And I'm like, I can't start work at 7:30 in the morning, because I usually do get up fairly early. I mean, I get up a lot earlier than that now to do my Supernatural, but I'm like, I'm working from 7:30 in the morning until who knows when at night. That's when I started exercising. And so, once I built that routine, and the funny thing is, even like I would work out for an hour and a half on the exercise bike and the row machine. When I started doing Supernatural, and that thing that would pop up and it would say, you've worked out for an hour, you need to take a break. And I'm like, all right. And I would stop. I would get just an hour's worth of time. And then I would stop. And then I'm like, what am I doing? I don't need to stop. I was consistently working out for longer. Why am I doing this?
Now you're like, don't tell me what to do.
Right. You're not the boss of me.
Right. That's right.
Thanks for letting me know, but I'm going to continue.
I'm going to continue.
Wow. That's great. This, the consistency, the check marks, your self-professed don't like to pick favorites, right? You've already said that. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's true.
You have done something that for me and Julia, we think is absolutely insane. Not something we would ever do. There are others who have done this too. And that is mission clear the library. Do every single session and workout available. You started with that, right? And
I did.
Didn't you also do all the meditations too with Doc?
I did.
You have legit cleared the entire library. So talk to us about that. How did you get this crazy idea? Okay, let me just go do all of these.
I mean, we won't be taking notes because we're not doing it. Okay? We still want to know.
But we still want to know.
Okay.
Other people
what
want to know.
What makes your brain tick? Yeah.
Right, exactly.
No, it was a community member early on. There was a community member that says, I cleared the library. And I was like,
what's that?
All right. I'm like, that might be a direction for me to go. Because I was like, well, what should I do today? And I loved it because I didn't have to decide anymore. Now, one word of warning. I did all the lows and mediums. It took me about 7 months to clear my low and medium library, which left me with all highs.
Oh,
I wouldn't recommend it. I would not recommend it.
Oh, Kim.
I know. It wasn't.
Oh, wow.
So, but I just, every day I just go in and I'd click, low, medium. I would, once they added the filters, that was amazing. When they added the uncompleted, that was, just everything that they've added. So, I just click them and I would just take the next one and the next one and the next one. And I was chasing those check marks. I know I've used that hashtag before. I love chasing check marks. I love, the check marks of the day, me completing the day, the check marks of completing the session. And I just did it. And I did all the sessions. I went back and I did all the highs. I didn't initially think that I was going to do all the meditations and the moments and the stretching. But when I realized, I've already done half of the stretch library. I might as well do the rest. When somebody, all it took was just a little change in mindset. When somebody said, you're stretching every morning, why not listen to the meditation while you're stretching? because I would do a stretch before every session, not a supernatural stretch, just one of my stretches. And so I started doing that. So I started to have my daily dates with Doc. And I think it took me about 3 months. I know. Sorry, Marla.
Dates with Doc. Come on.
Yep.
I want to say it took me about 3 months every day. We dated every day.
Oh, wow.
For about 3 months. And I completed that. And so, once I started doing that, then I was almost there. I got to get rid of all the moments. So I continued with my stretches and moments. But it was amazing to me. It was just a little change in mindset because and I've heard Doc say it in his podcast even, that you don't have to totally quiet your mind because that's really hard to do. And that's what I always thought meditation was about.
Same.
And it doesn't work for me. So that worked for me.
Yeah. It's definitely something I actually learned from Doc and Leanne. It was a workout that I did that really clicked for me. Leanne says it's space meditation. We've talked about it here often. She says during this very long song, it's like a 5+ minute song. She said, we often have so many misconceptions about meditation. We think we have to quiet our minds, silence it. No, let those feelings come. Let it come. Examine them. Let them be whatever they want to be. And that's what clicked and made me, okay, I'm going to go do Doc meditations. And then I realized, wow, in this process, you do sort of find some quiet or you find something to focus on intentionally, just this one thing. And you're giving yourself this space, this room to allow whatever it is that needs to come up and out for you to express. And you get this, and then doing it right before a workout. I've done it both ways. Before a workout, I've done it after a workout. There's something so powerful about doing it first because you go into your workout session with this very intentional mindset and you work through whatever those feelings were that meditation brought up. And I just find that so interesting. So when I was watching you go through your process of meditation, I remember talking to you often about it. And you were like, I don't know about this. I don't know. I can't sit here and be quiet. But as you went through the library and completed them all, you enjoyed it. You enjoyed having your daily dates with Doc, which I approve. I approve. Everyone should have a date with Doc every day. I think it's so fascinating. And to bring it back to, you saved all your highs, right? I know some people only did all their highs first and only had lows left, and it was painful for them. Our friend Julie, she's like really smart. Of course she is. And she alternated them all. Like she would do a low, a medium, or higher, or hold her lows back because she didn't really want to do lows. She would hold those back for parties and find new ways, like using a booty band or, staying in a squat for the whole time. She would find new ways. You have a club. You have the Supernatural Librarian Club. You started your own club, sort of like Julie and I started our Madhouse 100 Club.
Yes.
Do you guys talk about the best way to go about this, or give tips to the community on how, if they want to do a Mission Clear library, what's worked for you guys? Or, do you guys just chat going, haha, we've done all the sessions?
We have bragging rights.
Well, I don't know how big your Madhouse Club is because I've never wanted to join it. No, for a minute, I thought maybe when I cleared my library, I thought maybe I would try. And then I did maybe 1 or 2. And I'm like, no, I'm good. I don't need to join their club. No.
Fair. We don't want to join yours. You don't want to join yours.
Fair. Exactly. So my club is pretty elite. I think we have maybe 13 members. I just wanted to know how many there were out there. And I think that there's probably more. We're pretty new. I waited until I completed everything. However, I don't make that a caveat. If they've completed the flow unboxing, I'll let you into my club. I'll let you into the Supernatural Librarian page. I just, just like with what makes you guys tick and doing the madhouse until you get 100%, what makes, us tick in wanting to complete the entire library. And I know both of you, I'm sure, know Tracy. I don't know her well, but she has 7 bazillion million points or something.
The most points out of anyone in Supernatural, and the most sessions.
Yes.
And
she said I inspired her to go back and do the meditations, the moments, the stretching. Awesome. It's like, what?
That's awesome.
Because she never had that goal. So so it's new, it's small, and
Well, we're gonna plug it. Listen, if there's anyone out there
absolutely
who is on Mission Library or who has done it, join Kim's group. If you guys even think about wanting to do this, make a post and tag him and ask questions, and maybe all the other librarians will come and give you tips and tricks on how to get you through the mission.
Exactly.
Because I find this fascinating. So to me, everyone in your club, in your elite club, in your group, should they must be checkboxers. They must get so much dopamine from those check marks. It really motivates them to go in and do every session. I want to talk to them. We should have like a supernatural librarian whole little episode and just invite everyone and ask them about why they decided
did you
to do this.
Yeah.
It would be great. It would be a fun episode.
Another thing that's interesting to me that you said is that you kind of get decision fatigue. And I'm kind of like that too. So when I met Marla, one of my favorite things, she probably is like, I'm so sorry, but she was doing a lot of competitions and I wasn't interested in them. And so I was like her competition buddy. I didn't do the competitions, but I basically did. So I might as well have been, but I did a lot and I loved it. And I really don't know if Marla knows how much I loved it, but I loved it because I didn't have to think. I just went in and Marla's like, this is what we're doing today. And, at first she was like, I'm so sorry, but I'm doing these. And I'm like, well, I want to do what you're doing and I don't know what to do. So that you're the same way. It's a wonder. Something inside of me though, just doesn't want to still clear the library. I do have decision fatigue, but I'm not that fatigued. So.
It's a lot. And I have to tell you, I bawled my eyes out when I did it too. I didn't expect that rush of emotion. And Chris, my husband, was sitting there on the couch when I hit that milestone, and he's snapping pictures of me, and I'm like, I am doing the ugly cry.
Dude, we can relate to this because Julia and I both did full on ugly cries when we got our first 100% on a madhouse. I literally saw the 100 come up because I had to wait. I had to make sure, get to the whole, I thought I nailed it, but I had to see the proof. Show me the pudding. Let me see it. And, I was fumbling. I got my phone. I held it up like this. I took my headset and I videoed it right then. Ugly tears. I remember being like, I did it. Yo, I did it. I got 100. And I'm like, I need a minute. I did it. Oh, man. I did it, you guys. Oh, wow. I got 100% accuracy. Oh, okay. I need to lay on the floor. Oh, man. It was a huge deal. So we can totally relate. It's that sense of accomplishment, something you're working so hard on.
So hard.
Parts, I'm sure, especially when you're looking at almost 3,000 sessions, you got 2,000 to go. You're like, this is impossible. Am I going to be able to do this? But that self-belief, that knowing if you just keep going and keep going and keep going, you'll get it. And it's a priceless feeling. It
is.
I would say I wish we could bottle it up, but I don't because people have to go through it. People have to go through it.
When I look for things for our podcast, and I run into your video a lot, and I always play it because it makes me cry too. Every single time. Even now, I can go watch it right now, and it'll make me tear up. And because you can feel that sense of accomplishment that you had. And then, as you know, we were in a huge group party when I did my
Yes.
crossing.
Yeah.
And Marla
cried.
didn't.
I didn't know it
Marla
was
cried
Julia.
for me.
It
She
was
was like, "Who is this terrible noise
this?
in the headset? Like
Yeah.
making this awful voice of who are you?"
And everyone's
It's me.
congratulating, and I'm like, "Hold on, y'all, be quiet. Is that my sweet tea? Did she get 100?" And it was the day, the Madhouse 15, when we all did all the Madhouses back to back to back.
Yes.
And it was Return, which was even more special to us because that's a huge deal. I mean, just thinking about it, I've got goosebumps, and I'm getting a little emotional.
Well,
It's a big deal. It's a really
and
big
in a
deal.
party with 10 people, it was not. We were not there for that.
No.
So for that to happen during, well, you know, Kim, having a lot of people in a party, you're listening, you're talking, and it was not even on my radar. I mean, I was trying for it, but anyway, I'll talk about me. I think we should talk about since we're talking about memories, another memory that we have of you, Kim, but you might get mad at us because this might be a little bit of an embarrassing one for you, but I'll let Marla tell it.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to figure out which one because I personally have a Madhouse question to ask first. Since we're on the Madhouse.
You want to go ahead and ask the Madhouse question?
I want to talk the Madhouses.
Okay, well, let's do the Madhouse.
Look, we should do the Madhouse, and I can't.
Okay.
My brain needs to fulfill the whole Madhouse.
We'll come back to.
Yes, I know which one you're thinking about.
Okay.
But
I know now too.
Yeah, you did. People are like, "Why are they doing this?" You'll know. And just it's the build up. We're going to build up to that one because it's epic.
That's right.
Yeah.
So you joined us and did all 4 Madhouses back to back to back at the end of last year, and that was great. That was great. Mm-hmm. You have done so many Madhouses in parties, in competitions. You are always willing to join anyone who is nervous or scared to do a Madhouse. You're like, I'm there. Do you willingly pick when you're like going and doing your workouts for the day? Are you like, I'm going to do a Madhouse today? Is it like a workout you go to? Gotta know.
So first of all, I don't redo many sessions. I really don't. I have like 24 pages, 27 pages of favorites. So I have lots of favorites. I don't really go back. I think I might have 1 or 2 of them favorited, but I think it's from a competition that I just didn't uncheck. And if I'm scrolling through looking for a favorite to do because I don't have any WODs to do, no, I'm not gonna click on it.
Fair enough. Is it the complexity? Is it the music, the complexity? Is it a combination?
I think it's a combination.
Got
it. Because I've done it without the music, and there's one of them. I'm sure you could tell me which one is really drum heavy, and I turned the music completely off, and I was like, ooh, turn the SFX up, turn the music off, and that was fun listening to the beat of it. But I'm not a fan of the music, and
Well, I remember very vividly the day that Return to the Madhouse came out. We were in a big party. There was a big group of us who were like, okay, let's go and do this workout all together. And you were like, I've already done my morning session. I've already done it. It's insane, but I'm going to join y'all. And we're like, yes. So you were like the only one in the group who had already done it. It was all of our first plays. We're all hysterically laughing. You know, that's what you do in a Madhouse in your first play. It's just insanity. You know, you're like, whoa. And you got to laugh. It helps the experience. It makes it a better experience to laugh through it. And we get to the second song, and there's only 2 songs in Return to the Madhouse that have knee strikes in it. And I remember you going, just wait for the aggressive knees. Wait for the aggressive knees. And it stuck with us so much. I was hysterical because as soon as that first knee strike came, I was like, it is an aggressive knee. And then we go to psychosocial and it's like even more aggressive knees. And so now when we play it, it's always aggressive knee.
Yep. Kim's aggressive knees. Yes. We do mention you every time. You're always there with us. You're there with us. If you like it or not.
You might not willingly play it, but you're playing it whether you know it or not. Because
we bring you right on in. That's
right. Well, I'm glad I didn't ruin it for you. It's like, zip it, Kim. Be quiet.
No. It was the perfect thing. All of us needed to hear that.
That's funny.
Which leads me to another memory that we're all waiting to talk about.
I don't know, Marla. Should we save it for last?
No, I want to tell it right now.
You want to tell it right now? Okay, let's go. It was so good.
So we all know that you are very active in the main community, but you're also very active in so many subgroups. Euclid, SNCE, you have your own club, the librarian. Euclid, though. It was towards the end of last year, we were doing year 2 of Harry Potter. And everyone in the community was so excited to learn out what house they were sorted into, right? Everyone wanted to know. And us admin and moderators, Kim is a moderator of Euclid with us. And all of us were excited. We just wanted to start telling people what their houses were. But some member, I shall not name Heather, she is all about some shenanigans. She's like started this mission hashtag fork something, and we had to like spin in a circle with a fork to find out our houses, all this stuff. And it was so much hype. Yes, so much hype. We had so much hype leading up to this team tournament. And one of the things that we did was, if you can complete so many of this particular workout, your admin and moderator team will take a pie to the face. Yes, how does this tie in with Harry Potter? I don't know. It's shenanigans. It was to get people excited. It was just part of the way we do things and stay active and make things fun and interesting.
It would actually happen, though.
I did not. I was not ready to take a pie to the face personally, but we all did. But Kim's pie to the face, y'all.
Oh my gosh.
The most epic thing ever. You were a professor of Hufflepuff. And what are the Hufflepuff colors? Everyone, do you know?
Yellow and black.
That's right. So
black.
Kim being, into this, taking one for her team, getting all in team spirit, being the amazing leader that you are. You decided to theme your pie out with yellow and black food coloring.
I did.
And the first thing, the anticipation for us admin and moderators was a selfie with a pie and a black tongue. Kim just sticking her tongue out and it's completely black, and she's like, well, guys, my pie is made and it tastes great. And we're all over here taking a pie crust and whipped cream. She's making a homemade pie. Okay.
It was colored whipped cream, so to be fair. Okay.
Went above and beyond. Okay,
you did.
What any of us did.
But your video. First of all, let me set the scene. We're obviously gonna put the video here. We can't help it.
Of all of us, we'll make sure we're all thoroughly embarrassed.
Yes.
It's okay, not just Kim.
But Kim's background, she's got that beautiful Washington. I mean, the sky, the orchard. It's gorgeous. The lighting is perfection. You're standing there with your hair pulled back and like this plastic bag over your clothes. Like, I'm setting the scene, y'all. It's important.
It is important.
And your husband, you can just tell he is so excited for this moment, right?
Yeah.
He smashes that pie in your face and takes it away, and your whole face is just covered in so much. Like, it's dripping.
I think you were shocked, Kim.
You were.
I think that you were really shocked for like a little while. You stood there, and I'm like,
you just stood there.
Is Kim okay?
You just stood there with your mouth open and the slow blink. But when you go, it's chunky on my eyes. We die.
Yes.
So great, dude.
Pie. Face.
Oh my God.
Now I have it all over my hands and I don't know how to get to the paper towel. Hold on.
Oh man.
Oh, my fingers are black. Oh, yuck. Okay, here we go. You ready? You want it?
I don't know.
There you go.
Thanks.
I wouldn't eat it. Ew.
Oh my God.
Well, wipe it off. Quick, going out of the picture.
Oh, man.
Well, wipe it off. You have a black nose.
Oh, my gosh. My eyebrow's still very thick.
They're always thick.
That is not enough paper towels. Oh, my God.
Did you want me to stop recording?
That's not enough paper towels. It's all chunky on my eye.
What?
It's all chunky. I'm gonna blow my nose.
It's
It's chunky on my eyes.
it's chunky on your eyes.
See, because it went through our admin chat and
Yes.
moderator chat, and we were all turning all the videos
Yes.
in so that
Yeah.
I could make our pie
couple,
video
yes.
to show to the community to get them all hyped up. And we were just so stuck on that for like weeks. Your
Yeah.
pie video.
We made a
But
GIF
yeah,
out of it. Like
We did.
Yeah. Yeah.
we made a GIF and passed it around in our chats and leave it
Yeah.
as comments on posts because I mean it's classic.
It's
Classic.
the best.
I
We'll never forget.
Oh, me neither. And I haven't laughed that hard probably since, when I licked that and then I looked at my tongue and I thought, I'm putting this on my face. I mean, this is what it did to my tongue. So I put a layer of Vaseline on my face first because I was thinking, can you imagine I'm going to have all these black and yellow splotches? And even I had to add more black and more black and more black to get it really black.
Yeah.
So that was really tough. But and my husband had so much fun. Like we were like, come on, he was busy doing something. I don't know, off saving the world or something, And I said, right. I told him, I said, well, Caleb can do it if you can't get here because we were losing light and everything. And he's like, oh no, no, I'll be there. I want to do it. And it was perfect and it was fun and we laughed ourselves, both of us, all,
You captured that golden hour light perfectly, though. But the Vaseline on the face, thinking about that almost bothers me more than pie in my face. Like, Vaseline? Oh, get it off.
And I almost forgot. I'm like, oh, I gotta go. I gotta get that. I almost forgot. But
I mean,
oh
if
my
you
gosh,
wouldn't have
so
done
worth
that,
it.
you definitely would have been food colored for sure.
Yes.
For days.
Yes, because I still had some on my neck. I didn't get my neck. I just was worried about my face, and so I had a little splotchiness.
Your husband
It's
didn't
so
realize until that moment that he had been waiting 30-some years. We brought a dream come true for him. You're welcome, Chris. You're welcome.
Yeah, exactly.
So fun.
It's so fun to think back up on all of the memories. We've gone through a lot together in Euclid and some of the competitions.
Yeah.
But I've also seen some more recent videos here lately of your dad. But first I'll ask you, because I just gave it away.
Yeah.
I got excited. We were talking about that pie. So have you recruited anyone from your real life to our cult? I mean, to Supernatural. Who have you brought in from your real life?
I have, I've gotten some supernatural gear thanks to my, recommendations, my people joining. I think first obviously my dad, but we'll backtrack just a little bit because for a little bit longer, my coworker, I think she got tired of the verbal vomit of me all the time because it's such a huge part of our lives.
It really is.
And so I think she just got tired of listening to me, wore her down. She loves it. She's coming up in August. It'll be 2 years for her.
Wow.
So she's got, an amazing streak weeks. She continues to do it. One of my best friends from high school, 13-week streak. She has not missed a single day.
Yay!
That's awesome.
Since she started. So she's doing amazing. And then, of course, my dad. And the funny thing is, my dad kept saying, you need to get your mom started. You need to get your mom started. And it was mom. My mom's had a couple of one surgery. She has to have another one. So she hasn't been able to start it. a year ago, my dad was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. And it is a treatable version. So he got the better of the two versions. But his cancer doctor said, you need to start exercising. He has severe rheumatoid arthritis that has just ravaged his body. His hands are, crooked. He can't really hold things, but he was trying doing he says, I'm doing these farmer carries, and my husband was trying to help him, rig something up so that he could carry and hold the weights with his mangled hands. And so finally I was like, you know what? Why not have him try? I took my controllers. My coworker had a different kind she had the Velcro. I had the stretchy, and we took both sets over, and he, the stretchy ones work for him. His fingers are crooked, so he can't get rid of the cool down or the warm up. That's fine. He does all of that. But he's, I want to say 31 streak weeks. So he's doing it at least 3 times a week.
That's awesome.
Go Dad Go.
Go Dad Go. Hashtag Go Dad Go.
And I actually was working out with somebody today that said, how is your dad? People that I've never heard of are asking me, how is your dad? And I need to get there again. And they might be coming down today. I might ask you, bring your headset with you.
Yes.
Because I love that people love him as much as I love him. I love that it resonates. I love that, at 77, with cancer, he tells his doctor, the doctor's like, well, so what you been doing? And their world's small, I've been doing supernatural. I worked out on the moon, he tells him, The doctor loves it. So
that's
amazing.
Awesome.
He's like a huge inspiration to so many. And I know you said, sometimes posting might seem like bragging, but this is the perfect example of your posts that you do for him. They're so inspirational for so many people. I mean, they stick with me every time I see one. I watch it all the way through. One of my favorite ones was when he accidentally did the super monster with all the dots.
You did what?
I said I found the death dots.
You did.
And I glanced up and I saw him. I thought, good Lord, this is a monster.
You picked another monster?
Well, not super.
Oh, okay.
I just did monster.
Okay.
But anyway, I got 4 more songs to go.
All right, carry on.
Okay.
Okay.
So, I love that video, the dad dots, but you're like, what are you doing? So
it reminds us that no matter how hard life is and whatever we're handed, making the time for us and our health, physical and mental, our well-being is always hard, but it's so worth it. It is so worth it. And to watch someone's progress reminds you how much you can do. It's inspiration for everyone. You never know who just one video, one post could inspire to make such a positive change or touch their heart. And so please share. Please get some new video of Dad. Here's a special shout out for Go Dad Go. We love you in the community and glad to hear that his supernatural journey is still going so well. So well.
Because it's not just a physical exercise. No. It's a mental exercise, and it's also, like I said, inspirational and healing medicine for all of us.
Yes.
So
many ways.
I love it so much.
And
so go get us something new.
Okay. He even told me within the first week, he felt that his balance was better. Within the first week.
That's
I was
amazing.
like, because I thought for sure he would start seated. I had it all planned out. I had it all ready. What do we need to do? The modifiers, everything. He's like, no, I want to stand. And I was like, all right. And I watched him through the first several. He advanced, we turned on 3 portals, but we had the modifiers and it doesn't matter what age, you're able to use what Supernatural has given you and do it.
That's incredible. So what modifiers did he go through? I mean, he just started straight. He didn't even go into seated. He just went
No,
straight standing.
Straight to
Wow.
Right, but we turned, we turned off knee strikes, we turned
Right.
off
Yeah.
squats, and we did forward facing at first, and then he's like, he's not done the complete circle yet, the complete turnaround, but we did add
Still,
the 3
though.
lanes, and
Yeah.
so yeah.
That's
It
so
sounds like he needs to
cool.
be like the next Supernatural commercial, you know?
Right.
What it
I'd
sounds
go-
like to
If
me.
I can do it, right? If I can do
Yeah.
it, you can. I mean,
Right.
I
Sold.
Yeah.
right.
So
I'm waiting for a get together. Like I'm taking. Please,
Yeah.
coaches, come to Seattle.
Yeah.
Come to Portland.
Yeah.
We'll drive. I'll take GoDadGo with me.
That is great.
Yeah.
That's great. They
That's
definitely need to
amazing.
meet him.
Yeah.
they do.
Yeah.
So speaking of modifiers and features that, there's so many, right? Like you mentioned one arm,
Yeah.
front facing 3 portal. You can put the big platform for people who are nervous and afraid of heights and
Right.
get nauseated from the environments. So there's so many features, and we've been around for so long. We've watched them integrate all of this in here.
Yes.
Do you have a feature that you would want to see in Supernatural, whether it's in game or in the way we use the apps? What would you add if you could add a feature?
Oh, I know we talk about it often. We talk about it often.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it would look like, but if they could just add a folder, a couple of folders, how could we? I don't know how I would use it, but my 27 pages of favorites is a bit much, and scrolling through, and if I could just organize those a little bit more somehow, and I love Supernatural. I love everything about it, and they do amazing things. Some of those modifiers, one-armed modifier is amazing to me because it doesn't appeal to the masses. I would think that they would work on things that appeal to the masses, and the fact that they've done that, it's amazing.
Yeah.
What an amazing company. So yes, we would like folders, and I know they hear it often, right, from us. I don't walk in their shoes. I don't know what it takes to get those to us. I'm guessing maybe it's hard because they have done all these other things. They haven't done it yet, but we would love it.
So
Love it.
it won't surprise no one here that I've thought it all through.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
The whole folder situation completely through and how it should be structured. It should definitely be more than one folder.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
You should be able to put a single workout in multiple folders at once. It can live in multiple
Yeah.
places.
Ooh, yes.
There is no cutoff of how many you can put in each folder. It can be however, if you want your folder to have 150 workouts, go for it. That's your organizing heart.
Yeah.
Do what you want. But for people who use the companion app, like we all do because we plan our workouts or we go and want to see our points. We want to go and use the app for competitions, picking out workouts for competitions, saving workouts for competitions, taking pictures, all these things. Like the companion app is a huge part of our lives. Having folders within folders, within the bookmark. Like
He's so
this
wonderful.
is just like music to my ears, like being able to name the folders, allow all of us organizational people what our brains need to succeed when it comes to working out, and encouraging others to work out by sharing workouts, doing workouts for competitions. Like there's a whole side of not just needing folders because it's convenient. I swear it's more than convenience.
Yeah.
It's a much larger picture of why so many of us request folders. So team folders, we are not team complete the library. You are not team Madhouse, but we are team folders. Yes.
And we promised we did not pay Kim. We didn't say. We didn't pay her to say that. So it's actually shocking. We're like, yes. We're not the only ones that want some folders.
Right.
So, that's
the possibilities.
That's awesome. Listen, the
Possibilities, of
morning
course.
we wake up and we have folders,
Oh, man, it's a
and
party.
maybe even the companion app kind of works because sometimes I can't get my workouts to load on the app.
Same.
It's frustrating, but it's
Yeah.
okay. It's okay. We're getting through it.
I don't get notifications, y'all. So if
I
you like
don't
my stuff,
either.
I have to actually go to my profile. I have to scroll through my workouts to see it. And I love it.
Yeah.
I do it. I willingly do it. But when I hit the notifications, it errors out for me. And it's been like that for months. It's like,
oh no.
You said they give us so many things within the app in the headset.
Yeah.
I think maybe they just aren't focusing on the phone app anymore, the companion app. But I really hope that in the future, this year, next year, that it can get a facelift and upgrade, because it's a huge part of the way we use it and interact with the community on a daily basis. So,
and maybe we all need to email. No
Please
apologies.
email.
It's important to say, but maybe if you hear this, please just go and email and say, I use the companion app. I love the companion app, and I need it to work better for me. So maybe before we get folders, we can just get a companion app update at least. But folders too, okay?
Please, Supernatural, please.
Oh, man. So, of course, if you listen to us at all, you will know about the term joy ball. Now, Kim, I hope you do not call them Easter eggs. Please tell me you do not.
No.
Okay,
Easter eggs are hidden. We don't. They're not hidden.
You get it.
Now, joy balls can be Easter eggs, but Easter eggs are not joy balls. Okay.
Exactly.
No, and I think I probably got the joy ball term from you, so I've used that for absolutely joy balls. 2
questions. What is your favorite joy ball is the first question. I'll let you answer that first, and then we have a second question.
Favorites are hard for me.
I know, I'm sorry.
I know. So I love the disco ball with the rainbow and the noise that it makes.
Yeah.
But after I saw this question, I was like in the headset, and I'm like, ooh, but like the first time the fireworks came and I saw the fire, I'm like, ooh, that one's cool. I really do like the bubbles. People thought you could pop the bubbles at first.
Yeah,
People told me you could pop the bubbles.
I was going around telling people. And then I realized you couldn't. I was like, I am so sorry.
Yeah.
But you had fun trying, didn't you?
The geometric, I love them. Those are probably my top 4, I would say. But I can't pick a favorite. I can't pick a favorite.
I feel that.
I feel that too. I love them all. They make me very happy. Hence why I name them joy balls, because they literally bring me so much joy to hit.
Yeah.
And with that said, I do have a random pop-up question here when it comes to this.
I love this question.
Well, I have 2. It's a 2-part question. First, I got to know. Do you hit the joy balls however you want to hit the joy balls? Or do you hit the joy balls the way the choreographers set you up to hit the joy balls? So let me explain. Say you have 2 up hits, right? And one of the up hits is a joy ball. Would you just naturally hit them like this? Well, I guess that was a horrible example, because how else are you going to hit them? Marla.
You'll have to just do the sudden death one. That's the only. It's the most recent example.
Yeah.
2 are coming down. 2 are coming at you, and the one is a down hit, but the other's a joy ball.
Yes.
So I'm thinking, and the reason why we bring this one up, because I just edited, a big side-by-side video, Kim, you were in, of sudden death, and I realized that some people were hitting the very first down hit joy ball differently. Excuse me, Marla being one of them. There were 5 people. 5 people, I believe I counted.
I'm starting a new club.
That instead of instead of hitting both down, which makes the most sense.
Yes.
Some people were scissoring them. The Viking was hitting them that way.
No.
I feel like you have your answer, Marla. But yeah, Marla was scissor hitting them. And
I did.
At first I was like, how did these people record the wrong workout? Sudden death is sudden death. Like, what did you record? Because, I go by the first hit when I'm editing, and I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
what's happening here? So people are willy-nilly and just doing whatever they want. Now, I can see it more in a boxing, though, than I can a flow.
No. See, I don't see it in boxing. I only see it in flow, and I will use the sudden death as an example. The sudden death hitting the joy ball differently than just both down is a power play. It's 100% a power play. It is 100% of this is how it makes me feel. I want my arm up in the air. Yes, Justin, I'm calling you out. That joy ball is wrong. Sorry.
You're going to be in so much trouble.
I'm going to be in so much trouble. Look, sometimes I hit them down. And it's a drumming. I get it. Look, sir, I get it before you yell at me. I understand. There is no one in the world who understands more. Trust me. But it's also a power play. It's like a way for me to boost my confidence. It's a way for me to be like, I'm gonna hit this and I'm gonna end in like a superhero pose. What is up? So I just wondered if you hit joy balls however you want, or you follow what the choreographers are telling us today.
Now that me and Marla will quit arguing and let you answer the question.
I know. I'm going to have to think about that. I think I probably do it how the choreographers, but listening to your podcast, there are things that I just do it. Without even thinking, I just do it.
Right.
Like this morning, I did the workout of the day today.
Okay.
What was it? Was it a high?
It was boxing today, so you had three quick hits.
Right. So I think it was the high boxing. I want to say it was the first song, and I'm like, ooh, I liked the mapping on that one. And I know
you said it.
Yeah,
I love that.
Who are we turning you into, Kim?
It had knee strikes, and the knee strikes were fun, and it was at the right times, and I was like, it's not necessarily something that I think about, though.
Right.
But until somebody puts that in my mind, and I'm like, ooh, maybe I need to, I was also by myself. I wasn't working out with anybody. I have a hard time talking to people, listening to music, listening to coaches, and retaining anything.
Okay.
But yeah, so I feel like probably for the most part, I do the joy balls like the choreographer wants me to. I won't say maybe every once in a while. Like the other day, I was boxing and I tried to block a joy ball.
Yeah. Oh, that's so sad.
And it dropped miserably to the rocks down below.
Those are the saddest ones.
The sad
It
ball.
was funny. It was funny, but I was like, oh, okay. We don't block them.
That's right. Sorry.
Well, now we've put that idea in your head, so you have to see.
Yeah.
If you start to
100%.
really. And sometimes there'll just be a joy ball that, if it doesn't accompany another target, how do you know how you're supposed to hit it? Because it's got no little tail to it. It doesn't. So you could hit it however you want. Is my
definitely
feeling. So if it's just a single joy ball, how are you choosing to hit it? Do you have a way?
Right-handed.
Right?
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll push myself to do left because I am right-handed. I'll challenge myself to do left. But
even if it comes on the right side, you just like swipe it however you want.
I do, because what I'm doing is I'm encouraging more movement within my body and more stretching and range of motion.
Yeah.
And I'm obsessed with range of motion hits.
Yeah.
And moving huge. So hitting it on the opposite side allows me to do that.
I'll have to play the low end.
You hear me yelling, power. What did you say? Power move. It's me over here trying to do it with a different hand, doing something totally different. I'm going to have Marla in my head.
Yes.
You have to go do the low intensity, the one with colors in it. It has a million joy balls, and then you can play with the way you hit the joy balls in that one. Yeah, because there are so many. Yeah,
we did a big group side by side, and Kim was in that. And now
Kim was in that one.
We'll put this on the screen, and Kim will right at that joy part section, because it's the first workout that had that many joy balls back to back. It was just joy ball, no target, joy ball, no target.
Right.
It made me so happy to hit, and I did hit a lot of them differently.
Maybe it was supernatural hearing us that we call them joy balls because it was a joy workout.
It was
kind of like joy ball.
Dude, it was.
I'm telling
This is what we believe.
We're
right?
coining it.
We are.
Yeah.
They're gonna start saying it soon.
Oh,
one
gosh.
of the coaches one day is gonna be like, hit the joy ball, and we're just me and Marla are
That
gonna
would
lose it.
be a dream. I would squeal, hope no one is
Yeah.
around me. I would do
Exactly.
happy feet. I would lose my mind to hear one of the coaches call them a joy ball in a workout.
joy ball.
I would
Yeah.
absolutely lose my mind. But since we're on joy balls, is there a joy ball? If you could create any joy ball, since you couldn't name your favorites, you had, it's hard.
Right.
We love them.
Right.
If you could create your own joy ball or suggest a joy ball for the future, what would it be? What would it have in it?
And isn't that funny? Because I have a hard time picking favorites, but immediately my mind went to hearts.
Yeah.
I'm all about the hearts. So yeah, fill it up with hearts.
Why haven't we had that already?
Right?
I mean, with the Valentines and all the hearts that we draw in our choreography.
Yes.
Give us that, because I want that too next.
Yes.
Supernatural.
And listen, if y'all don't choreograph when you use this heart joy ball that we know Supernatural is going to make, because we're manifesting it right now. If y'all don't make the choreography a heart, and the bottom one of them is a joy ball, and those hearts just go up like confetti.
Yeah.
And like the leaf one, and how the leaves go in the circle, and make a heart. Okay, visual genius.
But they
creators.
wouldn't have it at the bottom though, Marla. They'd be afraid we would hit our controllers together.
No. Don't ruin my life.
I know. I didn't want to, but then when I thought about it, I'm like, boing. There goes your controller.
No, you should go
Marla's like,
with
it's
them,
worth
too.
it.
It's
fine.
worth it. I swear.
She
we
said,
won't.
just hit it with one.
I swear we won't.
Just where can
I swear. Julie, I gotta know. What would Kim picked a heart? What would your joy be?
Well, mine would be a heart.
Oh,
because when she said it, I thought the same. I'm like, Valentine's Day. I'm thinking every Valentine's Day we're gonna have a heart, and it has not happened yet. So mine would definitely be a heart. And what Supernatural stands for anyway, I feel like a heart would be perfect.
Yes,
Yeah.
love.
What would yours be, Marla? Do you have one picked out?
It would be
thought of
lightning.
one? I know you have. Lightning.
Yeah.
Oh,
it would be lightning, and the sound. I mean, the sound would go, and you're like, well, how would you make lightning? Like little emoji lightning bolts? No. Like you would hit the ball. It would make a big crack noise, like thunder would. It would be like thunder and lightning, and the lightning the sky would just. And I know that's way involved. It's like,
listen,
the future from now that they could create something like that, because you kind of have to adjust the environment. But that is my dream joy ball is lightning.
I've heard a little joke recently that if Marla was in charge, fill in the blank, would we all be okay, or
we would
everything
pros,
be extreme?
It would be very extreme. We'd have pros only workouts weekly. The volcano location would legit spew volcano when you miss targets. Like,
well, it's like, give me the lightning joy ball, but I need there to be rain, real lightning, a full thunderstorm rolling in. It's not like start out with a thunderstorm. It needs to be sunshine.
Yes.
Then the thunderstorm rolls in. We have a full thunderstorm through the song, but not this part of the song. Only this part of the song. Like, I already know. Marla, I already know what she would make happen here. And then there's a rainbow at the end.
You can't ask me a question and expect a simple answer. I never. Like, we can't ask Kim for a favorite. You cannot ask me a question and expect. I'm always going to be extreme. And I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing. I like to think it's a good thing.
Of course it's a good thing. Everybody's different. But I think that's why I kind of feel bad asking Kim, for a workout suggestion. So at the end of every episode, we ask for a workout suggestion, and we ask whoever's here, if it's not me or Marla picking one out, that you get to pick one out. And now that we know that you have kind of the decision fatigue, I kind of feel bad. But do you have like a weekly workout suggestion for us, Kim, or do we need to go dig in a bag? Or
you were kind enough to prompt me with this question. I appreciate that. However, I did. One popped into my mind. I went back and I asked Mr. Excel, who's my new friend.
Oh, Bill is awesome.
Yes.
Yes.
So I asked Bill, I said, can you tell me what my most played sessions are? Because this one was the one that came to my mind, but I thought maybe I have another one that I'm not thinking of.
Mm-hmm.
And this was right up there at the top. And I've played it, but for no other reason because I love it. I actually played it again this morning.
Okay.
Yeah. And somebody said something in the community about it today. And I was like, what? And she said the exact same thing that we were thinking. So it's the I wanted to say something else about it and now my mind's going blank, but it's the Trans-Siberian Orchestra, TSO, and coached by Leanne. It's like 23 minutes long. It's a medium that everybody in the community, I mean, I remember post after post after post saying, there is no way that was a medium. And that was exactly the post that somebody posted today. But I played it again and it took me back. I love Leanne's coaching. I love going to the Concord Mall with her and getting the Tickle Me Elmo.
Yes.
Tickle Me Elmo.
Yeah.
I feel like it was in the second song. There is something, my arm's doing one thing here and something totally different here. And when I could do that, I was really only probably a month in when this session came out. And the fact that my arms were doing two totally different things just blew my mind. I'm like, how did I do that?
Yep.
And I remember it. I think what I wanted to say, it's like it was a first of an artist series before they did artist series because it was all Trans-Siberian Orchestra sessions.
That's a good thought. I love that. And your first love of your first choreography move.
Yep.
Right. Yes. So I still love that one. And I did it again today. I stand by that.
I love
it's
that
one
you
of
did
only
it
a few.
today just to see if you had those same feelings.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
There's not many that I redo, and I've done it. I'm not saying like 25 times or something.
Aww.
So there's not many that I've done more than that, and that was that reason because I loved it.
That's really cool.
That's an awesome suggestion. So
yeah, I love
we'll
that.
We'll pop
suggestion.
it up.
Yep.
And we'll make sure that if you follow us on our For the Love of the Map on the companion app, Supernatural app, we will have that workout in there at the top for you to bookmark. If you don't know how to find it, most people do. Yeah. I'm thinking maybe that was one of my firsts, but maybe it wasn't. I don't know. It's a good one. Everyone should do it at least once. So
yes, for
we
sure.
appreciate
July.
you. Yeah, exactly. That's tomorrow, so everybody can go in. Well, for us, it's tomorrow, but for you guys, it's already a couple of days into July. But yeah, Christmas in July.
Right. And when we post that, we'll also post that workout in our group on Facebook. If any of you listeners are not in our group, come on over there because I'm going to post Kim's workout suggestions so you could see it. Maybe come in there and chat with her. Ask her any episode related questions you might have.
Yes.
Or just come in there and if you have any takeaways from her episode, Kim loves to hear from anyone and everyone in the community.
Yes.
As you can see, she loves building relationships. So come hang out with us, come chat. And after you do this workout, don't forget to rate it. Don't forget to rate the workout. So important.
We don't know why we do this, Kim, but you just have to.
It just happened one day. Kim wants to hear from you. We want to hear from you. Supernatural wants to hear from you guys.
That's
if you like a workout, pick why you liked it. If you love to work out, pick why. Hit other. It will prompt you for an email. You can send a novel of a response. I liked this, that, and the other. You can make bullet points. The sweet people in support will say, thank you so much. We'll let the team know. And, you know, the team finds out about our emails. They see our ratings. They see. So please, y'all, rate your workout. So, so important.
So important.
Yeah.
And I love when we get to sit here and I'm smiling so much that my cheeks hurt.
My cheeks
That
hurt.
has happened today.
Yes.
So Kim, we are so thankful that you were here today and then we got to chat with you and laugh with you and reminisce with you and have you here with us.
Yeah.
We really
So
appreciate you coming on. So
I appreciate both of you. So much fun. So much fun.
And we appreciate everyone that has come and listened to this episode. And
Don't forget, the real joy and supernatural is on the journey you go on.
Bye.
Thanks for joining us on today's episode of For the Love of the Map. As always, you can join the discussion on our Facebook and Instagram profiles. The links can be found in the description box below. If you find value in our content, we'd appreciate if you'd share this show with your friends. See you guys next week.